Hey guys, and welcome back to the Hobby Dude 007 channel and another installment of Now That's Cool. Today I want to share with you one of the most well-researched, cleanest, and probably the best detailed early 70s Cup cars, or at that time Grand National cars, that I have ever seen. It was built by our good friend David Hawkins, and if you know that name, you may know that he is also the owner and founder of Plastic Performance Products. You got to see this, because it indeed is cool.
Bring your model to life with MCV products. Visit them on the World Wide Web at mcvproducts.com.
As I mentioned in the opening, David is the owner and founder of Plastic Performance Products. And if you're looking for some goodies for your race cars, injection molded, really high quality, well researched, and there is a variety of tires and wheels out there available. And again, they are top drawer. And you can get these in Hoosier, Firestone, Goodyear, American Racing, just McCrary, all of them. He's got them. So check them out. You can find them online through a number of suppliers. And David was also a very successful race driver, so he knows his way around cars. Now, the subject we're going to look at today is his latest build, and that is the Darrell Waltrip Terminal Transport 1973 Chevelle. And guys, this thing is just, every time I see it, I'm finding new stuff. And I asked him to send me a few in-progress shots that I could share, and he graciously did so. But his research, and you guys know I love to research, and my two guys from this era, when it comes to knowing their cars, is Tony Roberts, who actually worked with Darrell Waltrip, and Bill Vaughn. And both of them are my go-tos, and that's where David got all of his pictures of this car, as well as talking with Tony, who actually worked around this car. And as you can see, it looks good, but we're going to get into a lot of the nuts and bolts of it. The first thing he had to do to make this Chevelle was do some corrections to the body on these older kits, and that required reshaping and accurizing and kind of closing in those wheel wells to make them more accurate. And you see here some of the ways he did that and the results, and I think it just looks great. And then same in the front, had to close up those wheel wells, create the flares, and make them look more accurate. And I mean, look at that. You'd think that was the real car. I mean, it's spot on. Moving from the wheel wells to the front end, he had to fabricate the nose to make a Chevelle, and I'll let him tell you what car he started with in the interview part. But all of the metal work and the screen wire for the grill, spot on, guys, right down to the rivets. And then the bumpers were custom parts from David Birch, and I think they turned out really, really well. And again, all of the markings were done based off the pictures that Tony supplied, and apparently an abundance of pictures supplied to David. But this thing is just cool for days. But everywhere you look, there's just dripping detail and clean. I mean, it is very well done. Something else you'll notice is the engine, and y'all know I love detailing engines. And you see where David machined down his pulleys and made his own belts. And as you can see on the engine itself here, check out the markings on the belts. David, by the way, is also a great decal maker, and you'll find a lot of his stuff on eBay through a couple of people as well. And but he did the markings for the belts and hoses, and I think this just turned out beautifully. And here it is in the car, and you can see the hose there as well. And I love these engines, and this thing is spot on. And here's a little plus. On this particular car, The firing order was on the driver's side valve cover. How about that? So he even went as far as to replicate that in decal form. And something else that stands out in this photo is, note the black grommets on the shock mounts on the top there. I mean, everything, every little detail is very, very well done on this. David just killed it. I love this car. A look from underneath, you see the heat shielding underneath the driver's legs, the heat staining on the exhausts, the bulkheads from the firewall out to the fenders. Everything's there, guys. And this is something that really got my attention, and that was the seat. You notice the white piping around it. That really stands out. And the headrest, everything, which you'll see here in a minute. But it's all accurate to the pictures. And this thing is just sweet. Love that seat. Love that seat. Never seen that done, and I think it's just awesome. And next up, I think Tom Moody did the helmet, but I've used helmets in displays before, guys. And I've even put the mic on there and the cable. But one thing I've never thought of doing, and that was the chin strap. Of all the things you'd think you wouldn't forget, well, duh. But he added everything. Best I can figure, there's about 8 or 9, maybe even 10 parts in this helmet alone. But accurate, sitting on the roof. I think this is just a beautiful addition to it as well. Well, guys, I'm going to let David tell a little bit about it now. Sorry about the background noise, but we are at a show. But I'm going to let him explain a little bit more about it. And after he finishes, I'm going to go out with more still shots of this car under construction. So hope you enjoy, and I think you'll agree at the end, now that's cool.
Hey guys, we're here with David Hawkins, and if that name sounds familiar, he is the owner of Plastic Performance Products. He's got a build that is really cool, and I'm going to let him share that with you. David, tell us about this beautiful Darrell Waltrip car, and check out the display.
Okay, last year the theme at the Spartanburg show was Darrell Waltrip, and I figured there's going to be a lot of Budweiser cars and stuff like that, so I wanted to do something different early on, so I did a 73 Chevelle. It started out as the 76 Laguna, and fabricated the nose. David Birch helped me with some resin bumpers on it, and actually it worked. I ground some stainless steel rotors for it, made the jack. Tom Moody helped me a lot with the helmet and some of his 3D parts. The wheels are from SCO in Poland. They do a really good job on that. But, I get a lot of stuff from Jay's Modeling and what is it?
You mean Jay's?
VCG.
VCG Resins.
Yep, I get a lot of
yeah.
stuff from those guys. I mean, all this stuff is looking really, really good. But, put my PP tires on it. Those are some Power Slide decals.
The 95s?
Yep. So I've got an engineer at work that works pretty close with me. His name's Dustin Walton. He designed and printed this stand, the rotating stand that we got. It turned out pretty good. I want to get everything up real high for people to see. Just real pleased with it. Get a lot of feedback, just like Mark took notice of it today, so very proud of that.
Oh yeah. Well, I've seen it before, but this is the first time we've featured it. I hadn't done now that's cool in a while. So
On the belts and the hoods there.
Turn the turntable on there, man. Yeah. Guys, this thing is just off the hook. Every kind of minute detail, whether it's under the hood, the interior, everything, suspension, all of it, the heat shielding, the belly, all of it is just spot on. Anything else?
I think that's about it. Just a whole lot of hours of trying to make all that stuff fit together.
And I know you had to alter the body quite a bit in some
I did. I
spots,
closed
too.
in the fender wells.
Oh, that's right. You had that down here on some of the modifications that had to be done to correct it there. Yeah.
Tom Moody kind of directed me on that. He'd kind of seen that done before, and that technique worked out pretty well.
You got the racer's prayer on the dash and
I do.
everything.
Yep.
This is just a beautiful piece of NASCAR history. David, thank you, my friend. Appreciate
you.
it very much.
Thank you for taking time to look at it.
Thanks, guys.